Three, two, one. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Will of D's, where you get your One Piece related content. I'm here with my co-host Kyle D. Chopper,
Yeah.
Matt in the morning,
Yeah.
and me, no show without the D Momo. Afro is not here at the moment. I don't know if he will pop in midway. We've pinged him, but it's okay. Sometimes we don't need everybody here. We
He's
can
on
be,
a journey right now.
yeah. I think he's recuperating from the Gear 5 hype. It was too much for
Yeah,
him to
bro.
handle.
It was a toll. It took a toll on me, bro.
I think it took a toll on all of us, honestly. But yeah, today's video is just gonna be a nice little discussion video. Post Gear 5 episodes, our thoughts, our feelings, what we liked, what we didn't like, what the internet is saying, and our thoughts and responses to that. So I guess we can start off with just how we felt. Like me personally, while watching, and you can see this in our video that we posted, our actual reaction. At first, I was a little disappointed. And when I say disappointed, I'm not disappointed with the actual transformation. I'm not disappointed with the fight scenes or like how it all went down. I was just disappointed with the amount of Gear 5 content that we got. And the reason being, you can see it all over Twitter. We even talked about it, like I said in the episode. It's just that there was more Wano in that episode than I wanted. And again, I get it. We're still in Wano. I even said it in the episode reaction. We're still in Wano, so obviously we're going to see some Hiyori stuff. And it happened in the manga as well. But afterwards, after letting it stew for a bit, I was like, you know what? I think it's okay that there was Wano stuff. I think it's okay that we didn't get all the Gear 5 scenes and fights that I wanted. Because first of all, there's a lot to see. Like, if you're a manga reader, there's a lot coming up when it comes to Gear 5 Luffy versus Kaido. And the way I see it now, and I think also like when near the end of the episode I was saying this as well, that this is just the Gear 5 transformation. What we're seeing here is the transformation, the new outfit, the new color wave, seeing some aspects of his new power. But this isn't our Gear 5 fight episode. We're getting the fight next week in the next coming episode. And I'm sure there'll be other, Wano stuff that'll be, in between those fights. And that's fine too. Because honestly, I've been waiting for that one Jinbei Raizo water combination move for a bit now. So I'm still excited to see that.
Yeah, this felt like a regular One Piece episode. It didn't feel like a One Piece special episode like they had for 10-15. Obviously, they're going to have this stuff with Hiyori and Orochi, which is important. But like Afro said, the way I don't know if it's we, but it's more like Toei, the way they hyped it up with the teasers and whatnot. They made it seem like this episode was gonna be like a special episode, like a 1 hour special. Where
like you
have everything combined.
You brought up 10-15, which I think is a great point, because I really thought it was gonna be like that too, where they're like, it was gonna just be like a crazy moment that acknowledges or a crazy episode that acknowledges a big moment of the anime, just like a Roof Piece did, which is kind of weird. Like, I mean, I guess I get it, because I mean, like again, like you said, it's not bad because it was just a your standard episode when it comes to One Piece episodes, even though it was still hype. But it is weird that they advertise it so much to the point where they showed off a teaser to the transformation just for it to be a regular One Piece episode.
So. I'm not knocking the direction or anything. The only thing that I wanted this episode to convey was Luffy's transformation, and to make it clear, like obviously we got flashbacks and whatnot, but that's for people that want to just tune into the episode for today and be like, oh shoot, this is what all the hype is about and whatnot. And I'm kind of disappointed about the reception it got, because people thought it was a little bit over the top with the animation. But I feel like it conveyed Luffy's transformation pretty well.
My thoughts on the episode, I still liked it. Like, if I were to give it a rating, I'd give it like an 8, like 7.5 in that range. But yeah, I didn't want like my comments about like Hiyori and Orochi to be like Hiyori hate or anything, because I actually liked your character a lot.
Yeah, like, it's still a solid moment.
I just wish her like speech/monologue wasn't smack dab in the middle of the transformation, and but that was like low on the list of like stuff I thought about the episode, because like overall the animation was really good. I just wonder how Like I just wonder how Gear 5 is gonna look like when they're not doing like where they don't have like a million different animators doing it. Like
Yeah.
I
From
just
what
wonder
I've heard
how it's gonna
though,
keep
I
up.
think even the next couple episodes, like there's gonna be a bunch of animators working on it. But you know, don't take what I say with a grain of salt. This is just what I've been hearing from the internet.
And it's when you talk about the Hiyori situation, it's kind of hard to like. If I was directing this episode, I don't know where I would put it, because no matter what, it's gonna be a quote unquote slow moment, and it's gonna take out of the actual like
I would put it
combat.
at the beginning.
The beginning of
Like
this episode,
yeah. Like before they showed like
any of the Gear 5 stuff, like just conclude it, and then
yeah,
just
but
have a
yeah,
consistent pace. Okay.
like when Kaido was like blasting the lower floor under the roof, I would have showed it then because like
Mm,
it's showing the dichotomy between like Orochi being like cowardly again and Kaido just being Kaido.
Yeah.
That's how I would have done it. But like we still have to remember that Toei does have like limitations with how much they can put in each episode.
yeah.
And like of course we want like a 45-minute episode, but I don't think they can do that. They have to manage however they need to.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's humans working on this, right? They gotta pay people. People gotta sit down and like draw this shit out and animate it. For us to be, even though we want to see it all, like we gotta remember we can't be too greedy because at the end of the day, it's people are putting work into this, and we're not trying to increase the workload of these already overworked animators and artists and stuff. So
But the question that most people were like answering online was, did it live up to the expectations?
Everything that has to do
honestly,
with Gear 5 lived up to expectations for me, and even did more. The buoyancy of the animation was just too much.
I loved it.
I felt overwhelmed, bro. I couldn't, bro.
It was so unique. Like I've never seen like anything like the closest I felt to watching animation was like that was when I was watching Mob Psycho, and that's my favorite anime of all time. So that's how good like the uniqueness of the
Yeah,
movement was for me.
it's like when animators make every frame like special or have some type of importance.
yeah.
That's what I really like.
Honestly, it was breathtaking. In my opinion, like it was definitely like amazing. Like my only thing that I'll say that I think killed the hype a little bit for me. I think I said in the episode reaction too was the fact that they dropped that teaser beforehand, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it because again they're building up hype, and it was more for manga fans that already know about Gear 5, right? But I feel like
Mhm.
if we never got that teaser and we just saw that full transformation start to end, I think it would have been way crazier,
Mhm.
you know?
Knowing me, to be honest, I would be accidentally scrolling Twitter and still manage to see the whole transformation like in just some random person's tweet. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not too upset about it, but it definitely would have been
Yeah, realistically, I don't think there
more
was
jarring.
any way for any of us to avoid that teaser. Because when that teaser dropped, bruh,
Yeah.
people were already freaking out. So, I guess another thing we could talk about is the whole quote unquote breaking the internet. Now, people have been talking about this for weeks now, just because, when people were bringing up the idea of Gear 5 being more iconic or more hype than Super Saiyan, one thing that the Dragon Ball fans, Dragon Ball Z fans, Dragon Ball Super fans always clap back with is that, oh, it'll never be more iconic because Ultra Instinct broke the internet. And I know when the episode dropped, some sites were having issues, some sites did crash, right? But I don't think it was to the extent of Ultra Instinct. And now people are like, oh look, your little monkey rubber boy couldn't do it. He couldn't live up to the hype. So
Whoa.
clearly Super Saiyan is better. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really I don't really care because I like what I seen, bruh. When it comes to like it breaking the internet, it's like it is what it is, bro. Like this transformation is not for the observers, bro. The observers are
Yeah.
gonna see this and they're not gonna understand it. I seen plenty of comments talk about I never seen One Piece before, but looking at this animation, I really like the direction they took with it because it's not like a generic anime where they take the edgy approach where it's like oh, Luffy's a badass now. He gets to do this. He gets to freaking skip time. He gets to freaking he dodges every attack or something like that. And it takes a different approach. And when you have change in like Shonen, people don't really, it takes time for people to get used to it or see the vision. Because I don't think people see the vision yet. They just see it as goofy.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Me personally, I always viewed the breaking the internet thing as like it's just like a fun little rivalry to like get people excited for it, because everyone wants to be able to say, oh, I told you it's better than so and so.
Yeah.
But I don't really think it has any metric to how like good it is compared to other transformations, because like who really like keeps track. And
Yeah.
I don't think Ultra Instinct is anybody's or most people's favorite transformation anyway.
Yeah,
Like, most people still like Super Saiyan more than Ultra Instinct, even though it supposedly broke the internet. But
I think there's like a lot of there's a lot of legendary moments with Ultra Instinct. Of course, with the theme was meme to hell.
Yeah.
I think that also benefited Ultra Instinct with everything. But there's something I wanted to say. I forgot.
I mean, maybe we'll come back to you later. What I was gonna say is like I'm basically on the same side as y'all. Like, I know the whole like breaking the internet. People, well, I mean, most sane people. I gotta always preface this by saying most sane people, sane anime fans, know it's not that deep. And realistically, if it did break the internet, I feel like people would be more upset because they're like, bro, I can't watch the episode. This is some bullshit,
That's what I was gonna say, bro.
Yeah.
Like, how do we gather the metric of what breaks the internet or not? Like, who is the archive channel that's like, okay, so on this time when this came out, this site broke down, and then people can watch this episode for like 12 hours.
Yeah, who's giving the numbers, right? Because I remember when Ultra Instinct, people were like, oh, it broke porn sites, and I'm like, what does that have to do with Dragon Ball Z? But
why are you looking for freaking Ultra Instinct on X videos? What are you doing?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
X videos the same thing as Twitter now, so
literally X.com.
Same thing.
I think what more people should like think about when it comes to big anime moments like this is how did how did you feel when this came out? Because I remember like when Ultra Instinct came out, and it wasn't so much of like, oh, it broke the internet, like you couldn't look shit up. It was like people were hitting you up like, oh, what just dropped? I'm like, oh, I gotta go check it out. You're scrambling to like figure out what's happening. Oh, this big event just happened.
Yeah, the word of mouth went from whispers to megaphones.
Yeah, they're like, oh, a new Dragon Ball transformation. I'm like, what?
Huh? And the problem with Gear 5 is, it's like 1,000 episodes of a build up to this moment. So it's not really accessible for like regular people to see this and be like, oh, I understand what this is. I understand why it is like this from clips that they see on Twitter.
Yeah, and I guess that segues into the next thing I kind of want to talk about. And I know we've talked about it before. These One Piece spectators, people who either aren't caught up, people who haven't watched the show, people just have a hate boner for One Piece, and how they react to the episode. Because I think we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I feel like this episode was structured in a way that even if you didn't, if you're not caught up on One Piece, if you know enough, I feel like you could watch this episode and understand what's going on, because there was a lot of flashbacks to when Luffy got cheated by the CP0 agent. He got technically died.
But still, those things are still out of context. Cause
no, they definitely are. But if you if you have like half a brain, you can see, oh, okay, look, these guys were fighting. This guy got clapped because of this random dude, and then you see the Odin flashbacks. You don't know who Odin is, but you're like, okay, well, I guess it happened before to this dragon dude, and then now Luffy came back, he transformed, and Gear 5 happens. So I feel, even though it's not like super like palatable and consumable to like everybody, but I feel like if you were like, again, if you're an anime fan and you know of One Piece a little bit, then you could have watched this and be like, okay, I got some type of Gear 5 experience. But the problem is, again, like you said, Matt, they don't have that 1,000 episodes, 1,000 chapters of context. So they watch this and they're like, all right, I know everything. Let me go to the internet and talk crazy. First of all, this is goofy as hell. weird ass episode. Why is he like looking like this? Why is he stretching like this? Why is he moving like this? I think this was overhyped. It doesn't make any sense. Blah 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 blah. One Piece trash.
Okay. So I think I was talking about this with No Show earlier.
Yeah.
The only gripe I have is how people are getting their panties in a bunch with that one animated scene.
Yeah, and I guess I
scene?
can bring it up.
The freaking when he lifts up the wall, the one that was made by, I think it's like William Zhang or something.
I think it's
Oh wait,
it's this
people,
right here.
wait, what's wrong with this thing?
The one, bro, people can't understand what's happening in the scene, and the
Oh.
whole anime, like the whole episode, was centered around Luffy not being able to control his body, and he's not able to like his mind moves faster than his body, so he's trying to do certain things where his mind's trying to catch up. So him trying to lift up the wall to reflect the what is it, the freaking the big dragon blast, bro. Him trying to lift up the wall, and the animations in between that where they were saying oh, they're not adding enough in between frames, we can't really see what's going on. But that's really not because of the animator not animating Luffy well. It's just the lighting and the special effects. Like, yes, the special effects now are kind of like really bright. Like the actual blast of Kaido's breath is super bright, but the movement of Luffy, I think, is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, we can play the clip real quick just to show what Matt's talking about. Because yeah, I mean, I agree with what Matt's saying here. So basically, Kaido does the big blast.
So there's the scene where he starts moonwalking. You see how bright this is? This part right here. People can't understand what's happening in the scene.
That one priest that killed me every time.
You know what? I get it.
I get it.
Because obviously we know what happened because we read the manga, but like I understand how jarring like these frames or effects can be for somebody like who's just tuning in.
Yeah, especially the one framers of Luffy trying to freaking transfer his body to pick up the ground to reflect it back.
Yeah,
it was a lot. So people just didn't understand. But I don't think that this section was messy to me, because it's like controlled chaos, to me at least.
Mm-hmm.
And it really reflects how Luffy's just not able to control his body yet, and how his mind's moving faster than his body. His body's literally trying to catch up to his ideas that he's trying to use, because Gear 5 is about imagination and whatever.
Yeah.
If the lighting wasn't so bright from the borrow breath, I feel like people would understand the scene more. Because if you just break down the section of Luffy himself, everything works out fine.
Yeah. But again, even though I agree, like the lighting does make it hard to see, but like from the animator's standpoint, like it makes sense, because it would be that bright, like with that giant ass dragon breath coming at you. So
Yeah,
I don't even want to knock them for that, because it makes sense logically.
Consistent. The lighting's consistent throughout the whole animation, from when he picks up the rock to the moment he reflects it back. The lighting's always consistent. It's like when Jackie Chan has one of them when Jackie Chan does a scene where it's just like a one take. That's the motion that I get from this.
Also, one thing I noticed about this episode was like you like they really show like Luffy's full face in his Gear 5 form. Like he's always moving, like
or
I think that was
his face, right?
Yeah, I think that was intentional to show how like mysterious it is, I guess. But I noticed that during watching the episode.
Yeah. I guess to further talk about the whole animation style here. I know a lot of people were saying, "Oh, this is so cartoony," and this is stuff we talked about when the manga chapter dropped a year ago. Was it a year ago? A year and some time ago. Um, and I guess it's going to be a recurring topic because some people are anime only. They're seeing this for the first time. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, this is goofy as hell. It's so cartoony. I don't understand it. I don't like it." Right? And to that, I say you're missing the point of Gear 5. The Gorosei stated earlier in the episode that this is the Gum Gum fruit, or we now know the human fruit model Nika, is a fruit that lets the user do anything imaginable, anything that they come to mind, they can bring to fruition in reality. And the closest thing that makes sense in a fight, or just ability wise for this, is some cartoony antics. Like as a kid, when you're running around, you're playing, you're goofing around, you're not thinking about like how you're moving, you're not thinking about how you're looking when you're doing like these crazy jumps and rolls and flips, right? And Luffy isn't thinking about that either. It's all just about, let me do what's coming to my mind first. Like Matt said, his mind is moving faster than his body. So I think the idea that they captured that through these cartoony antics and movements makes so much sense. On top of, the idea of freedom and liberation and just being able to do whatever, whatever your mind comes to, let your heart be free. I think the cartoony animation and style and fighting style makes perfect sense. I know a lot of people are confused because it's not your standard shonen fighting move. It's not like, again, I always bring it back to Dragon Ball Z because it's the OG. It's not like Dragon Ball Z where like, okay, I powered up and I'm doing the same punches and kicks and power waves and Kamehamehas, but it's just stronger now because I have more power. For Luffy, every transformation he's ever done, it's completely changed up his fighting style. When he hit Gear 2, he was faster. He could stretch longer pause,
Not like this.
He could compress his body. When he hit Gear 3, it was all about expansion, big fists, big kicks, Gear 5 was all about, mixing it all together, the speed of Gear 2, the big punches of Gear 3. But
also hockey.
Yeah, and hockey, mixing the hockey in as well. But Gear 5 is no limits. I can literally do anything. So
and also, like, even in the context of the show, like, getting rid of all the like metaphoric implications, like this makes sense because when you awaken a fruit, you change the environment around you.
Yeah.
So it makes sense he would be able to fucking lift the ground up and make it into rubber, bro. Because he's a rubber man and he awakened it.
Or the fact that when he gripped the Kaido and ripped him out of the the lower floor, like Kaido's eyes popped up because he, like you said, he's affecting the environment, he's affecting the people around him. So
and I don't know, bro. One Piece been like this ever since, bro. Like Luffy was turning himself into a helicopter. Right. He turned himself into a UFO ship. He turned himself into a balloon, bro. And when he first got into his transformation, we literally see him do his Gear 3 stuff first. Like,
yeah, he literally did the big hand.
And I was saying this during the chapter, during the reaction, that his muscle form is just like how Gear 4 is, and I feel like the way Luffy started off his transformation, he was just doing stuff he was trying to do in those previous forms, but now he can just do it however he wants and actually live out what's in his head.
Exactly, yeah. So while I can understand it being confusing to a lot of anime fans, a lot of shonen fans, like I think this is like a perfect encapsulation of how he should be using the fruit and how his power should be used. And I honestly like it because I think it's breaking the mold. I'm not saying I'm tired of your standard anime fights where people throwing punches, throwing kicks, because the choreography is beautiful. Like if we're talking like modern day anime, Jujutsu Kaisen's up there. Even though I don't watch the anime, which is crazy. I'm being expected right now, right? But I've seen Jujutsu Kaisen fight scenes, and the choreography is there. The fight scenes are amazing, but I just like the uniqueness here in One Piece and how it's breaking the mold. And I'm hoping, going forward, more anime are going to be able to, take chances and be able to, do like, wacky fights, not even wacky fight styles, but more unique fight styles,
And Zero said this before, like all these other shonen animes are more like martial arts based. Luffy is literally a situational fighter.
Yeah.
He fights based off his environment, what he can do to take advantage during a situation. Everybody else is more focused on their martial art techniques their kicks, their punches, and how much ki they can freaking ingest into another person, right? It's just
Yeah, exactly. Because like it's exactly like you said. Like there's like all the a lot of the other shonen anime, you guys are trained fighters. Like realistically, like I guess a good example of this is imagine if Zoro had the Gum Gum fruit or the Mononika fruit instead of Luffy. I think Zoro's transformation in his fight style with this devil fruit would be more structured like your standard shonen because
I don't even think
Zoro's
he
a
would be
trained
able to
fighter.
unlock it. I don't think he would be even be able to unlock it
No, but
because
I'm
since
saying like let's say he did, you know?
the minute Luffy got his fruit, he was training his fruit since he was young to do all these wacky
Yeah,
combinations.
yeah, yeah.
And this is literally like everything, like he unlocked everything. And this is his peak.
No, I see. I agree with you, Shane, but I'm just saying, like, if someone else would have the fruit, my example here is Zoro, right? I feel like he'd be using it completely differently because Zoro's a trained fighter with a sword, you know? So he'd adapt it to that style. Versus, like you said, Luffy, as soon as he got the fruit, he was testing out his own wacky antics. Like, we see young Luffy, frame one, Gum Gum pistol, you know? And it's
Yeah, and
always just...
he was doing gum pistols before he even had the fruit.
Yeah,
He's like, I want my punch to be as strong as guns, man.
exactly,
That's what he
exactly.
wanted.
One thing I like about One Piece is that but I do, but even if I don't want the like cartoony shit, I can always get like a serious fight. I can just watch a Zoro fight. If you want to get
honestly,
like
great point.
cool power ups and like actual shonen shit, just watch a Zoro fight, bro. You can just
Or
just
even
watch
a
that.
Sanji fight, bro. And you know what's crazy? It's so funny you bring that up, Kyle, because they gave us those fights. They gave us the Zoro fight. They gave us the Sanji fight. If you were looking for more classic anime fights, you got those. You know,
The
with the
King
Zoro.
fight, that was some real shonen shit,
Yeah,
bro. And I was
yeah.
jumping on my seat for that.
So, like
And
the way I
that's
see it.
literally the point of having all these One Piece characters, and the devil fruits themselves all have different fighting styles. Every
Yeah.
single one uses their fruit differently. We got a guy that uses a freaking jacket. He's a jacket, bro.
Yeah, these are great points to bring it up because like even the Big Mom fight, I know a lot of people were like, okay, we weren't really in the feeling. Some people weren't feeling the Big Mom fight, but I thought it was crazy. I love how they expanded what happened in the manga between Kid Law and Big Mom and what they did in the anime. I thought it was amazing, you know. So, One Piece got it all, bro. Whatever you're looking for, One Piece got it.
If you're looking for politics, One Piece got it. If you're looking for fights, One Piece got it. If you're looking for good characters, One Piece
Yes,
got
sir.
it.
Yes, sir.
Comic relief / slice of life. One Piece got it, bro.
Now our gags, they might miss a lot of the time, but hold on, bro.
Nah, when has a
Sometimes
One
they
Piece
might.
gag ever missed?
Well,
Sanji and Fistman Island definitely missed, but
Okay, you know what? I'll give you that. That's true. That's true. What else did they
yeah.
talk about?
lighten up. Not everything gotta be serious all the time, man.
Literally, bro. Like, look at this guy Luffy laughing so much during the fight, bro. Y'all need to learn how to take a joke.
Oh, there was one thing you said in one of our reactions where you're talking about how Luffy was like all serious, and then Kaido's the one that was acting up, and that was the switch.
Yeah. I think it was like a couple episodes ago. A couple episodes ago when Kaido was getting drunk. And Luffy was being really angry at him, like, you know, take this seriously, we're fighting, this is the final fight, like, why are you acting like a drunk idiot, you know, and Luffy's getting pissed at him, and I did make that comment. I was like, it's so funny how, right now, Luffy's upset with Kaido because he's not taking this fight seriously, but in a couple episodes, you know, when we get Gear 5, it'll be completely switched. I mean, in this case, Kaido's not upset, Kaido's more relieved that Luffy's alive, so he can finish the fight, but Luffy's just laughing his ass off, and he's like, oh my god, this is so fun, I'm having the time of my life. Like, even when he first transformed, he said, didn't I die? Didn't I lose? What's happening? But I don't really care, because I'm here for it, bro. I'm having a good old time. Which I thought it was a good, like, you know, a good parallel. Oh my god, this part was so amazing, bro. This part was, I think this is the part where everyone was like, you know, this is it. Even the music, bruh. Oh my god, man. That part was crazy. That part was magical, bruh. So clean. I don't know. I wish I got the tweet for this and it wasn't just word of mouth. But people were saying, you know, when they did that little like playback of the different gears, hitting into Gear 5. Someone said that was like a homage to Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, and I wish like I could find the tweet or something because I don't know how true that is. But I guess one thing I just want to say about it is because even though for the past couple weeks people have been like, oh, Gear 5 versus Super Saiyan, Dragon Ball Z versus One Piece, yada yada yada. At the end of the day, and we said in our Gear 5 versus Super Saiyan video, at the end of the day, Oda took huge inspiration from Dragon Ball Z.
Of course.
They're both owned by Toei, Shueisha, you know, Viz Media. So, and Oda worked under Toriyama. So at the end of the day, as a One Piece fan, I'm always gonna give my big ups to Dragon Ball Z because if Goku didn't walk, Luffy couldn't run. So, shout out to you, Dragon Ball fans.
I'm tired of playing into these antics. I'm tired of playing into these antics. Listen, bruh. I'm gonna enjoy One Piece. You're here for One Piece. You're not here for Dragon Ball. Well, maybe you are. I don't know, bro. But I'm just gonna focus on the series itself because I know what's in it. And
Ooh, another thing I want to talk about. I guess back to the goofiness. This one tweet right here. Hold on, I hit the wrong thing.
guys, I'm off Twitter now. I'm done.
We're getting back on.
I'm switching to Threads.
Did I not? Why is it? It's still showing OBS, but oh my god, I'm embarrassing myself. I'm literally embarrassing myself. Oh my god, I'm literally embarrassing myself. I'm trying to capture.
I'm still.
Here we go. Okay, so that should be on the. Yeah, that should be on OBS now. Then I can switch to y'all here. Okay, I can change my screen. Y'all can see this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is what I want to talk about. I just want to talk about how, again, taking inspiration from these cartoons because I thought this is just a real like cool like side by side, seeing the classic Tom laughing meme, Luffy laughing, the eyes bulging out, even the big muscle things. I forgot about shit like this where there are lots of episodes where Tom would just be buffed up chasing freaking.
That's also a Popeye thing.
Yeah, that is true. That is definitely a Popeye thing as well. And even like just this swinging motion. I know it's not the first time cartoon characters have been swung around, but like just these classic animation moments that happen in a lot of old school cartoons. You can see the references.
The old heads love this one, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the new generation don't know what you're talking about, bro. They see Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, they don't know about the Tom and Jerry. They don't know about the Popeyes.
It's so funny that the next generation's first anime is gonna be Coco Melon, bro.
There's no such thing as a Coco Melon anime, bro. You're talking crazy.
I'm gonna see artists do freaking Coco Melon callbacks and then in the new series.
Coco Melon callbacks.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, honestly, that's pretty much it. I mean, I know yesterday we were talking about scrolling through Twitter, but for the most part, I feel like we talked about everything that we're basically gonna see on here. Like, I can go to the good old.
We could do like a quick scroll.
Yeah, 1070.
That's the best meme we got, bro.
Yeah, this is so funny. Crazy. The fall in the cloud.
I mean, not even gonna get miles, bro.
That little run sound
is
so good.
Fire.
It's time for dinner.
I love this part. I think this is my favorite part of the whole episode. When he was like, muscle, 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 and he beefed up and started punching the crap out of Kaido. I thought that was so good.
Oh yeah, people were complaining about these damn sound effects. Listen, bro, the sound effects peak, all right?
What did they expect? It's
just because you guys got your TikTok trends where you put freaking cartoon sounds over these trash beats, don't mean it's goofy, all right?
Exactly.
In the context of the cartoons, this is a cartoon.
Literally, it's literally a Japanese cartoon.
I don't know what type of sound effects you're gonna be hearing, bro.
Oh, that's another thing. I love how they remixed that One Piece OSC, the bum bum bum.
Yeah.
Bum bum bum.
I think I might gotta do an edit where I just redo the sound effects for this. And it's just the worst sound effects ever.
Bum 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 bum.
Nah, don't do that. I love that one. Where is it? I need to get the perfect. He looks so funny here. I love it. Animes are going crazy. But yeah. Some good old art of the boys, you know, just trying to spread love, not hate.
Yeah, shout out to cicadas. Nah, we got beef with the Naruto fandom, bro. I don't know what the Naruto themselves. I don't know what the Naruto.
You cut off for a
I don't know what the
second.
Naruto fandom trying to put themselves into. They was never part of this conversation. I don't even know why.
I honestly, it's the same with the Bleach fan. I think you know what it is. I think a lot of people are going from Super Saiyan to Big Three, and they're like, "Oh, Naruto and Bleach had great transformations. Don't forget about us." And we're like, "Man,
Forget, bro. Y'all had your man. Y'all just man.
Honestly,
It's Gio's fault.
I feel like Getsuga Tensho had the least impact out of the big three.
Well, guys, you can talk about that in the comments. I want to hear it.
Let us know. What do you think? You think Gear 5 is better than
No, let's
Age
talk about
Mode,
Bleach now.
whatever?
Talk about Bleach now.
Bleach? Man. I don't know how I feel about Bleach. I think it's the worst of the big three, but that's a
Whoa.
opinion.
Worse?
Worst of the big three. That's my personal opinion.
Is he speaking facts?
Like anime or like as a whole?
Anime specifically.
Okay.
I think, and I've said it
speak to
before,
that then.
I think the Bleach manga is so much better than the original Bleach anime, not the new Bleach anime that's out. New Bleach anime that's out is actually really good, and I actually really want to catch up and watch it. But the old Bleach anime was so buns, bro. Not all of it, but like a majority of it. And I remember watching it, people were like, "Why do you not like Bleach?" And I'm like, "It's the Bleach anime that ruins it. The manga is so good." Now there's some weird parts in the manga that to this day I don't understand, but if we're talking the manga, I say it's solid. Anime, no, not up to par.
You know what? And it's because of this. It's because these weekly animes, man. That's the problem.
Gear 5 Luffy, Hiyori versus Orochi.
Because
Look at these Naruto fans, man.
I think the One Piece anime is atrocious.
Honestly?
I feel like the One Piece anime is not a good way for people to catch up anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Unless you're using like OnePiece or something.
I don't know if it's a good watch anymore. Like if you were watching it back then and you're here now, maybe. But back then, I like if you're a new One Piece fan, I don't think you want to be watching the anime. I think you just want.
Yeah, I definitely think you're better off just reading the manga. But again, you know, some people just like to watch seasons watched. Bro, this is that's literally what happened.
Yo.
Oh my god, it's Gear 5!
No. Nah, don't grip up
I'm about to
bro.
full screen this, hold on.
Don't grip him up, don't grip him up.
He's gonna do it!
Nah, that's a Thunder Bagua.
Literally, bro. He just ate it like it was nothing. Oh my god. No, this is the real Thunderball.
Bing.
He's not stopping! Oh my god!
Ado, come here.
This is him pulling him out the lower deck. Nah, this is him pulling him out.
Nah, I need to see Luffy do this, bruh. I need to see Luffy do that. Alright, there it is.
Oh, this is when he's out of gas, remember?
No. Ah. Why they freaking jump scare me with that?
That was a meme for Leah Euphorious. Yeah, the weird sound of it was crazy. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. These impact frames are crazy. Good lord. Shout out to the animators, bro. Y'all are doing God's work.
Alright. See you guys next week for Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga? Nah, what do you mean, bro? We're not a Vinland Saga channel.
We hit 100 videos on the Willa D's channel. So we're done with One Piece now, guys. We covered everything.
No, we have so
One Piece
much
is
more.
done.
We had 100 videos.
Yeah, we got 100 videos now.
But yeah, I think we're pretty much done. We talked about everything we want to talk about. It's unfortunate we didn't have Afro here because I know Afro definitely has some unique opinions here and there. But
yeah, he has thoughts. See, yeah, he has thoughts and opinions. There's not really much. I don't really like talking about how the community or people who are not even in the community are interpreting this, so
Yeah, these freaking spectators. So
it's kind of rough.
yeah. At the end of the day, like I said in the freaking One Piece 1071 reaction video, bro. If you're a One Piece fan, this was for you, bro. Enjoy your moment. And enjoy the next couple episodes, especially if you're anime only, bro. Enjoy the next couple episodes, bro.
Yo,
Yeah, y'all
episode
about to be see.
1074.
Whoo, y'all about to see some crazy. You know, it's even crazier. We talked about it like off stream, off camera, but even after Gear 5, you guys are. There's so much more stuff you guys experience. You anime only fans, like I was shitting on Wano a little bit because I'm like, oh, I don't care that we're still Wano, but the last few bits of Wano are a little funny, a little very enjoyable. So you know, enjoy the next couple episodes. Is all I'm gonna say. And I guess on that note, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like on it. And if you want to see more from us, consider subbing to the channel. The One Piece manga is on break this week. I don't know if we'll drop another video, because technically we did drop 2 videos this week. We dropped the episode reaction, and then this will be coming out on Monday. But we'll see. I'll see what's in the vault, or if we decide to record something else today. Maybe we'll drop something for Thursday, but if we don't, we'll see y'all next Sunday for the next One Piece anime episode 1072. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, peace out.